Words can't express the shock and the horror and the grief around what has happened. Nothing can prepare someone for the phone calls my brother and I received February 20th, 2016, notifying us that our dear mom, Judy Brown, enjoying a night out with 3 lady friends and a young girl, was among those randomly shot and killed the previous night. It's at first incredible until the reality sinks in that, yes, this is real. Usually we think stories like this happen to other people, and this time it had happened to us. My mom's death was a blow like no other, and it completely knocked the wind out of me, deflated me to the core. Nothing can prepare someone to instantly fly cross-country unexpectedly to secure their mom's house and make arrangements for her remains and other urgent matters. During the layover on that flight home to Michigan, seeing my mom's face and the story on CNN was shocking and surreal, and something I'll never forget. News of this horrible nightmare story haunted us on TV news every night, and none of us were prepared to be thrust into such local and national media attention. The senseless shootings of my mom and the others has devastated our family. I've worked long and hard through clinical counseling, spiritual counseling, a lot of soul searching, and a lot of self-care to come to grips with this and to be strong. But still, there is a brokenness and an emptiness that will never go away. Facing this loss has changed me as a person. I'm not the same person as I was before. It's one thing to lose a parent, but to lose any loved one under such atrocious circumstances isolates me into a different group and brings a lonely pain on top of the usual grief. My mom, Judy Brown, was one of the most generous, gentle, kind-hearted people one could imagine. So when I learned that someone had not just mistreated her, but ended her life in such a terrifying and gruesome way, for her to meet her ending moments in this way is unthinkable. This is the lady who gave me birth, taught me to walk and talk, provided for me, and cared for me as a kid. Being a mom was harder for her after my parents' divorce early on, but she worked extra hard to ensure that my brother and I were well taken care of. She has always had my highest respect and appreciation. Throughout my adult life, my mom and I enjoyed a very nice relationship. We always stayed in close touch. We shared decades of laughs and good memories. For me, a lifetime. She was my biggest fan and supporter, who I trusted greatly, and always knew that she would offer me a better perspective on whatever situation I was facing, great or small. And I enjoyed when sometimes she would honor me by seeking my perspective regarding some situation in her own life. My mom always gave 110% of herself in tireless service to others. She constantly went out of her way to make someone's world a little brighter. She never thought twice about extending a helping hand or a caring word to a friend, acquaintance, or even a stranger. She was a humble person, and she never boasted of herself. My mom always worked to unite people, both in her family and in the many communities she was part of. She was born and raised in Battle Creek and was admired and respected for decades by countless family, friends, and colleagues from all walks of life. Many people who knew Mom throughout her decades of living in Battle Creek each shared their unique story describing why they held her in such high regard. These countless stories add up to show the example of a person Judy Brown was, and the type of person this thing over here took away from us wrongly and too soon that night of February 20th, 2016. Those who knew her all say that she was the sweetest, most caring, gentle person one could meet. And so again, I say to know that she faced her end in this way is just unthinkable. We've waited nearly 3 years of difficult delays for this evil murderer to be brought to justice. Each delay of the trial has reopened the wounds for myself and all of the families. And it sometimes has felt like this will never end. As the criminal case now winds down, there's a mixture of feelings. I, and I'm sure the others too, will be relieved to have this phase behind us. We hear the word closure, but while there's closure to the court case and this chapter of the story, we will never see true closure. No amount of justice through the criminal justice system will bring my mom or our other loved ones back, nor heal the wounds of the two brave ones who survived. I and all of the individuals and families whose lives you have shattered are at least pleased to know that you will never walk free again. We will never have a day when we can walk free of the devastating loss that you've needlessly caused. I hope that your prison time gives you more than enough time to ponder the atrocious crimes you've committed on our mothers, husbands, children's, aunts, and friends. In fact, every time you think of a mother or a child or a family, I hope that you get to feel the collective pain and loss that you've inflicted on innocent others. I'm a man of faith, and I trust that the Almighty God will haunt you eternally, starting now, with the fact that you are nothing but a pile of worthless evil. Worthless. I hope the prison system and your prison mates serve as an endless reminder that you are nothing but worthless, despicable evil. You have taken from us those who are most dear and precious in our lives. You've created a hell for us, and I know that place has a special home for you. And may you forever rot there, beginning this moment. And may our loved ones, those who you took from us that horrific night, rest in peace and watch over us. And may we, families and victims, now look toward healing. Thank you, Your Honor, for this opportunity to share my sentiments with the court.